I actually just unboxed Dead Reckoning in a full dedicated video, but I really wanted to focus on those resources again. Hey, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co, and this is another board game upgrades and deluxifications video, going over various upgrades, deluxifications, inserts, coins. Do I have coins this week? I have coins this week. I have coins this week, and other stuff, including these various holders, token holders from Board Game Geek. We'll talk about all this stuff, but first, this video series, the specific deluxification and upgrade series, is sponsored by Top Shelf Gamer. You'll find a link down below where you can go ahead and check out their various stuff. You can also get a coupon code for some percentage off, where they'll be active for like the next week and a half. So if you want to go ahead and try out any of their realistic resources, their inserts, their whatever, their sleeves, their tokens, they have a whole bunch of stuff. You can go ahead and check that out at the link down below, and some of the things from that video are over here. But let's go ahead and start it off with Targi. Let's start this off with Targi, which is I actually wanted to hold off on doing Targi because I wanted to get the folded space insert for this first so I could do it all at once, but I didn't because, well, I didn't yet, so we'll see when that happens. But Targi, lack of insert aside, has a bunch of resources over here. These are going to be from Board Game Geek. These are upgrades from Board Game Geek. Targi, if you don't know, is a delightful two-player game. It's a worker placement game for two players of blocking one another. But we have both metal bits and acrylic tiles or bakelite tiles as upgrades for Targi. Both of them that are absolutely awesome. This has some of the expansion stuff mixed in. I haven't yet tried the expansion myself. I need to go around to that. But these replace the cardboard tokens that you'll find in Targi. And these, I mean, look at these coins. These are very, very solid. I believe these are from Board Game Geek. I'll have various links down below, some of which, the Top Shelf Gamer, the Board Game Geek, they are affiliate links, so take that into account. But these are absolutely amazing. I love these, and we'll get to it. But yeah, these are solid. I like these quite a bit, as well as the coins. Now, the coins are a little on the shiny side. They're not the best, not the worst as far as coins go. These specific ones to the game are excellent. But again, all in all, I'll take these. These are very solid upgrades to your Targi experience, in case you are, well, playing Targi. Very, very solid stuff. So I like having these added in. Let's go ahead and put those back into this bag. Some of those are expansion bits in case you don't recognize them. And then we have the various bakelite tiles that, again, replace the various tokens, the cardboard chits you have in base Targi. And again, these are from Board Game Geek as well. Board Game Geek tends to do a lot of these bakelite upgrades, which I'm a huge fan of. In most cases, I'll have to go through. Dice Throne actually has a set. I'll have to go through those at some point when I do a full coverage of Dice Throne on this. But yeah, we have these for all the resource types. They're just acrylic tiles instead of the, I wish I had kept the cardboard ones to show you for comparison. Art's the same, is that they're just printed on bakelite, which is much nicer and much more premium. Still can only hold, 10 at the end of a turn. But either way, that's Targi. We have basically metal coins, upgrades, but the bakelite stuff over here, I wanted to get the folded space insert because stored in the box like this is not the best, and I don't love pulling out those bags, but I don't have the folded space insert. You may see this back on an upgrades and deluxifications video in the future when that's taken care of. That's from there. Then, let's go ahead and let's take a look at these. No, let's do these with Dead Reckoning. There's a reason. Let's take a look at Seven Wonders. Seven Wonders, which has a few things. We have a folded space insert, which is from Folded Space. You can also get those from Top Shelf Gamer. I don't know if they have the folded space insert for Seven Wonders. Top Shelf Gamer has a lot of folded space inserts. Which ones they have depends on the week, their stock, all of that stuff. And then we also have metal coins, which I don't remember where they're from. They might be from Top Shelf Gamer. I'm pretty sure they are, but I'm not 100% certain. I'm pretty sure they are from Top Shelf Gamer though. But this is what we have over here. These I didn't actually fill out yet because the coins go over here, and I haven't decided what I want to do with the coins because these over here are designed for the cardboard coins you get in the base game. So that's why you see these as being empty. But then underneath this over here, we have the ships from Armada, we have the Wonder Boards on the side, and then we have all the cards. The way I have these sorted is I have my Age 1, 2, and 3 cards, and then I have the Leaders, the Armada, and then these are the cities, because I haven't incorporated cities into my base game yet. But you can use these various card depots however you want. And then we have the center depots over here that will show you the various types of victory point tokens, all nicely organized, easily accessible. That's basically the insert here. Nothing else really to go over. You can pull out these scoring pads and all that to get to your Wonder Boards. If you want to get a firm access to everything without having to take out your card things, which is usually what I do, I usually just take those out. Then I grab those, everything's stored underneath. It works perfectly as far as that. You could take out these card depots. I just usually don't bother. Now, usually I just grab them from the box. I just don't feel the need to grab the full thing out every single time. So once I grab these tokens out, which I like having these on the table, then I can just reach underneath and grab those, all works perfectly. That is the 7 Wonders insert for the folded space 7 Wonders insert. Then let's go ahead and show you some metal coins first before we go further, because we do have the metal coins from this as well. The metal coins are excellent. The only problem is they don't work as well for these. Now, well, let's go ahead and show you. So let's put these over here. Let's put this over there. I have to figure out exactly how I want to handle that, so that will be a problem I eventually get around to, but that is not a problem I'm doing for today. Let's first show you the coins, because these are some awesome metal coins. Hold on. Every time I love these. These are really, really solid metal coins for 7 Wonders. Okay, this is what we have over here. Look at that hodgepodge of 6s, of 3s, of 1s. That is, I mean, these are just very, very nice. So let's go ahead and show you some of these. Try to find the 3 types, the 1s, 3s, and 6s over here. You can see them over there, and then we flip them over, and we have the other side of those coins, which just fell off. But you can see that's the coins you have over here. And again, just a nice solid handful. Now, I haven't decided exactly, because you could kind of store these here, but there's something fun about grabbing this bag of coins and just having them in the center of the table and just being able to grab your metal coins directly from that. I like that a lot better than having them in a very nicely organized... I haven't decided, which is why I haven't thrown those out yet, because, I mean, honestly, they're good placeholders. I may not throw them out either way, but that's the problem with these coins. These are solid coins. I really recommend them a lot. I'm pretty sure from Top Shelf Gamer. The good news is I will have links to everything down below regardless, so you can find it however you want. But if they are, we'll have a link to this. But that is 7 Wonders and the coin that won't go into the bag. 7 Wonders and the Top Shelf Gamer and the folded space insert. That's going to be what you have over here. And this is the second edition. Second edition, which I upgraded to, and I'm curious if they have expansions coming. I'm curious because I keep waiting to find out if they're going to have an expansion. The last update they had for 7 Wonders was not an expansion so much as showing us 7 Wonders Architects, which is a standalone game that sadly did not work for me. And that's 7 Wonders. Let's move that off to the side. So, let's do Canvas next. Canvas. Canvas is not anything that I do have one upgrade for this, but this is more about, sometimes I just want to go over the upgraded games themselves, meaning, in other words, this over here, if I can actually figure out how to open it. Why won't it open? There we go. This has upgraded resources from the Kickstarter itself. So I have that, and then I have my own thing as well that I have added over the years, or not years. Basically, we have the 2 sets over here. Everything does fit into 2 different boxes. I kind of wish it was a single box, but it's not the end of the world. The way I store it over here is I have the cards on this box, and then 1 or 2 of these tokens. I have this over here, these over here, and then the actual board that comes with the second edition with reflections is over here. The upgrades I have is, well, this is not an upgrade, this is the original, this is from the Kickstarter to begin with, which is you upgrade the default tokens that you get in the base game, those little punchboard sheets, with these over here. Let's show you some of these awards. They're just wooden bits instead of cardboard. Again, just a question of preference. A little bit of quality of life upgrade. Not essential by any means, but it is nice to have. Just wooden bits instead of the punchboard. Punchboard is the right terminology. We have these as well for the what's called inspiration tokens, and that's what you have over there. But then I've also upgraded my own personal thing that I got a while ago. Now, you could have gotten these in some shape or form from the Kickstarter, but you also can just get them from Amazon, which is the nice part. And this is my favorite upgrade from this. And it'll cost you like 11 bucks. Again, I'll have a link down below, probably an affiliate link. But it'll cost like 11 bucks to get basically 12 of these easels. Now, the original game, I believe, came with an option of getting a few of them, enough for each player to have 1. If you get 12 or whatever, you basically have enough for a 4-player game to have everyone having their own easels. And the reason you want those easels is because you are currently, if I can find my sleeves over here, you're currently making your canvases. So what you want to do is you want to have these over here. Let's just set them up nicely on the table. You want to have your option of whatever works of art that you are creating. If we find this... If we can pry this open, there we go. Whatever works of art you're creating on canvas, let's just grab the first 3 of these. 1, 2, and 3. So we have our 3 backgrounds, our backdrops for our masterpieces. Let's go ahead and figure out something that we can create that's half decent. I like the hand. The hand pointing to the chest, that's nice. Let's throw a little skull in the mix. That seems like it would be apropos. So, if we can go ahead and get this separated, then we now have this as our first masterpiece, okay? So we go ahead and we create, let's layer that behind. Yeah, nope, that should go in front. Yeah, we'll do that like this. So this is our first masterpiece in Canvas. We create this over here, And we now have the hand pointing down to the chess set backdrop with the skull and wine. And then you can go ahead and put that onto your canvas, like so. And then you could have 3 of these and go ahead and put them on all your canvases, just slowly showing off your works of art. I do find that it's a nice quality of life upgrade to have. I do enjoy those a lot. Again, they're from Amazon. You can get, if you back the Kickstarter, there was a way to get their own easels, but again, I don't think you got 12. And I like showing all of them off. It takes a little table space, you do have to factor that in, but it is nice to have your works of art all presented. I do have to figure out the storage options though, because I used to have these outside the box, but now that I have 2 boxes, there might be enough extra room to kind of wiggle a few of those in. But I'm going to figure that out later, not this second. Let's, again, open this, because I made the mistake of closing it. Then let's go to Dead Reckoning, as well as the token holders. Although before I do have this shirt as well, which I like this shirt. I don't know if you tried looking at it yet or not, but basically, you can read it if you want. But basically, this shirt is actually from the designer of Viticulture World. He has his own little Etsy shop, basically. I'll link to that as well down below. I think it's Etsy. I'm pretty sure it's Etsy. Where he covers a bunch of, very often, board game focused shirts. This one's not board game focused, but it was my favorite from the ones he had. He has a bit of an assortment of different stuff, but you can check that out. But this one, I enjoy it because I'm sadistic, and I like the chuckle I get when people go ahead and try to read it like that, and then they're, you know, amused or not. If you haven't or haven't read the shirt yet, that's either funny or not funny. But that's canvas. That's going to be the wooden easels. Let's go ahead and take a look at Dead Reckoning. So, Dead Reckoning this is the Kickstarter version of the game. I believe they're coming back to Kickstarter. But the specific thing I want to show is the fact that these resources that I have these resources, I did them in the unboxing. There's nothing new here. If you watch the unboxing, you've seen this stuff already. I just wanted to heavily focus on them because of how solid they are. So here's Dead Reckoning. Here's the stuff all falling over because of the way I stored it on my shelf. I need to be mindful of that, actually, the way I put this on the shelf. Because, yeah, I need to be mindful of the way I organize this. But either way, if we go ahead and find this specific aspect down here, not this one, this one, this one, and this one, okay? These are the 2 things we have over here. Did I keep the regular barrels? I don't think I did. I think I threw out the regular barrels because as much as it hurts me a little bit to do so, these are just too good not to keep, and the other ones would just take up space at that point. So, we have 2 things. We have realistic resources, and then we have coins. Realistic resources in this case are worthy of Top Shelf Gamer. Top Shelf Gamer in general, I don't actually have them in today's video, but they often have incredible realistic resources that are really solid. I use them in a lot of games. They are really, really incredible, and they do a great job with those. But over here, we have barrels and crates. Let's show you some of these from Dead Reckoning, from the Kickstarter. These are the upgraded ones. You have to like pay extra to get them, but they are really nice to have. I mean, take a look at those barrels. That is like a nice barrel. The texturing, the coloring, it's a solid barrel. I mean, the things I say on these videos are weird. Like, you know, just holding up a thing to the camera and saying it's a solid barrel is a weird thing to say. But then, while on the subject, we also have solid crates. These over here are some crates as well. So you can use those or the barrels. You can have both of them, both upgraded from the basic resources. I wanted this here for a reason. And then we have these over here, which are their coins. These over here, the Dead Reckoning coins, are very possibly, I have to think about it, but they're very possibly the best metal coins I've seen in the game. I have to think about the ones I like. Seven Wonders happens to have amazing metal coins, and the Hall of the Mountain King has amazing metal coins. I have to think about which games I have my favorite ones of metal coins, but these ones from Dead Reckoning are definitely in the running for my absolute favorite. The texture they have on these coins, the weathering they have, and the different types they are, and the heft they have. There's a few things I look for in coins. The first is heft. I want the coins to feel like they actually have heft, and not like they're barely a step up from plastic. The second thing is I want them to not be overly shiny. These are definitely not overly shiny. Sometimes coins come off the press and they're like they feel like they're toys, not coins. And then this over here, if I can actually not drop that, this is the next level where they start to have actual weathering on the coin. I mean, look at that. Look at that. Look at the weathering on that coin. Granted, every single coin has the exact same weathering. Or is it exact same? It's actually not the exact same. Interesting. Interesting. It's mostly the same. I'm curious whatever system they use to weather these, but if you look at those 2 coins, they are mostly the same, but they're not exactly the same. They clearly use the same pattern, but I guess because of the production process, they're a drop off in the scuffs, but they're so solid. These are easily some of the best metal coins I've had, which means now that I have some resources out, we can go ahead and show off these these token holders. Now these I'm not 100% sold on just yet. They have pros, they have cons. The first part is you can go ahead and have your coins and your barrels and whatever else you want, although technically in Dead Reckoning your barrels are actually going into your port and your coins are going to your treasure chest, so this is not the best game to showcase this, but you get the idea. You can go and have a few resources or whatever you need. I like these with a caveat, okay? So this is what we have over here. We can even organize our coins into the large and smalls because of how many divots we have over there. Let's go ahead and put these over here. Put these here. Ta-da. We have our various pockets full of stuff over here in front of us. This is very nice to have. And then it gets better when you start adding in the fact that you can have cards. So if we take these cards out, let's go ahead and grab some of these cards. And these are not going to be a good indicator of the types of cards you would be dealing with here, but we're just going to do this for the sake of having this. So if we go ahead and we can put our cards into this as well. Okay, so we can have this over here. Let's go ahead and put this and like that. And these are our see-through cards that are really meant to be overlays, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of how this functionally works. Let's grab this saga. Okay, let's not try to spoil things too much, but we have this over here, and we can go ahead and we can put all this stuff onto the table in front of us, and you can hold even on the front side as well. So you can even put things into the front, like so. So if you look at the top, you can see how you can have 2 rows of stuff with coins between. My issues with this are twofold. First of all, the 2 rows thing is kind of nice. Maybe if you're doing something like, I don't know, like I haven't found a good way to use the 2 rows. I like the fact that it has that little divot because I don't have to worry about the orientation of the holder. So that part's nice. But past that, it's a little weird because you're not going to have 2 layers of cards with resources you can't get to in between unless you're playing just a card game and you're not using the resource. So I guess it gives you flexibility, but it gives you flexibility that feels a little weird in what it's doing. So I like it with that weird feeling around it. The second thing, though, is these containers are very small. I have found that depending on the game you're playing with, they are either nice to have these, or these are just unnecessary and annoying and don't help as well. And then the third thing, and this is, I don't have an easy solution to this one either, I have a lot of complaints. I like these, I do like these, but I have a lot of complaints around them that are worth mentioning. The third complaint is this is silicon, this is rubber basically, which means when you have something in that container, you can't just grab it out. The lack of plastic, if it was a 3D printed container or whatever, a token holder, then the plastic would make it easy to grab, but instead you have the rubber, which makes it hard to grab something instead. So the texture doesn't really support having a small compartment that you can then grab things out of. Again, it does the job, it works. I'm not complaining, I am complaining. I'm not complaining that much, but I'm just noting, before you get these, I really like these with complaints around them. I kind of just wish, I don't know, I wish this was slightly bigger. I'm fine with the double row. The double row is on me. I like it. I'm not going to complain about that. But the compartments I wish were a drop bigger, and I wish it wasn't made out of this rubber material, because it really catches on stuff, makes it harder to fish small stuff out of it. So I like them without loving them. Over here I have 5 primary colors. They have like 14 colors, and you get like a discount if you buy like a whole pack of them. You don't need a whole pack of them. I can't imagine ever needing the whole entire pack. It'll give you a lot of color options, which is nice, but it's certainly overkill. The balance is it's a good price, so maybe, I guess, or split it with a friend if you can agree who's getting the orange and the gray and the pink and the whatever. They have a bunch of interesting colors there. But that's basically the token holders from Board Game Geek. We have Dead Reckoning over here, which I need to be mindful of how I orient this, because these all go in like this. Then we have these over here on top of that, and this over here, and then everything kind of layered on top of that, like so. And if you're wondering why I have 2 battle boards, it's because I have 2 battle boards, that's what it is. I have the ghost ship, which I have not yet assembled. I need to assemble the ghost ship, and then figure out where it's going, and then I want to orient it like this, because that way, when I put it back on the shelf, everything will fall in the right direction. Although it may mean that this no longer matches the back. Let's take a look and see. Yeah, now it's upside down. But that's okay, because I don't mind if it doesn't match the back. I mind if the things are falling in the right direction. But that's it. That's it. A slightly short episode today. Don't have a ton of fun and interesting things. We have a few games, a few inserts, a few metal coins. Both the 7 Wonders and the Dead Reckoning coins are incredible. 7 Wonders coins I'll link to below. Dead Reckoning, I don't know if there's anything I can really link to. I guess consider this future awareness for the next time there's a Kickstarter. Those resources are very nice. You don't need them. Nothing here do you need. This is standard with this deluxification series. At the end of the day, everything here is completely overkill. They are quality of life improvements, generally inserts and things that make the game more easier to table. Those are things I value the most. Coins, upgrades, all those stuff are nice to have, but they're certainly not essential. The easels are pretty nice though. I do like those easels a lot. And the Targi bits a bit. So I mean, yeah, the inserts. Let's go with inserts. Focus on the inserts. Those things add value, assuming it's a game you table enough that it's worth the investment of actually building the insert. Although folded space inserts, by the way, they have a great video on how to actually assemble them, where the folded space inserts are they just, you layer a little bit of glue along the edges, and everything is just amazing. And now, before I forget, by the way, hopefully I'll link to it down below. I'll have to put like a very obvious thing. Maybe I'll put it in the title, because I probably should have said this at the beginning of the video. We do have a giveaway, another giveaway from One Sharp Joe. I've talked about his stuff in the past. One Sharp Joe, this is his Marvel Champions insert over here. This is not that impressive looking, but if you give me a second, if we just take out Spirit Island, and then we put that to the side, and then we take out Spirit Island, and we put that to the side, and then we take out Marvel Champions. Give me a second here. This is the Marvel Champions insert. I've talked about this in other videos. You have a different cover on this one. There are different covers. He has a few different cover options. The giveaway here is for the one I have, which is a more basic cover. I don't know. Maybe it is this cover. I have to check which cover it is, but that's the Marvel Champions insert, and it's going to give you all of this goodness over here. Okay, so you have this over here. All the stuff very well organized. I love this insert. This is my favorite insert for Marvel Champions. I've been talking about this insert for quite some time. He also makes inserts for Dominion and Cthulhu, Arkham Horror, the card game, and a bunch of other games. He makes inserts for a variety of games, but this is his Marvel Champions insert. So I already did a giveaway for the Dominion insert. I'm saving this one for this video, but basically I will put down, just throw Marvel in a comment. As long as Marvel makes its way into a comment, I'll be picking out a winner. Same terms as usual, by the way, which is I'm happy to cover domestic shipping. You'll have to, I can compensate a bit towards international shipping. The word Marvel has to be in the comment. And if you don't confirm your win within a week, I give it away to someone on Patreon instead, which is just sometimes that happens because sometimes people just, say Marvel and don't actually reply after that. So we'll see. But that's basically how this works. And so that's everything. That is the video. Deluxification. Write Marvel in a comment and you'll be eligible for winning the Marvel Champions insert. Until next time, I'm Alex Radcliffe from Board Game Co. And as always, I hope you have a good one.